So for those watching this on YouTube, I was an idiot because I didn't realise my inventory was full, which is why I didn't get the anima crystal or the Cinderforge sword. But thankfully, I had a fix for that. It's called an action replay. So now I have both. So time to do a little inventory management. To go to Google. Convert tools to chips. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Don't need the stone one anymore. Rock. Keep the other one. Snake staff's kind of pointless. Hunter bow. The pit spider can go. It's kind of pointless. Stone, fire, water. Don't want to get rid of any of them. The suit can go. Cloth, 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 armour, fur, fur. All these hats. All these hats can go. Get rid of this as well, because that shouldn't be there. No need for a tree tone doing that. For now. It's time to go to the other side of the desert. Oh well. Don't think she's in the party anymore from now on. So I'll keep it there for now. For now, I want to... Yeah. Yeah, it's not really important. The annoying part of this, I actually have to go back through the canyons. This way. Around. Not a good day to be you. I can't remember what moves I've got. Not that it really matters. Huh. Stop chasing me. You shall face the wrath of Cordelia as well. Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. And then I run into a fight. Yep, this is it. Okay. Before I go any further, I just want to remove that off her for now. That should put me, hopefully. Upon the death of Gustave XII, King of Finney, Gustave XIV becomes the successor to the throne. The Gustaves are half-brothers. Gustave makes a claim as the inheritor of Gustave XII's property, or in other words, the rights to the Finney kingdom, and gathers his troops. 1247. The shore of the lordless lands on the eastern continent. So, how does it feel to set foot on the eastern continent for the first time in 20 years, Gustave? I feel nothing. That's rather unemotional. You were guided by Master Climber and escaped with Madame Sophie, and this is your reaction upon your return? Did you ever think that one day you would return home commanding an army? How do you feel? I wonder what Mother would have said if she were still alive. She would obviously be very pleased. I'll now have to fight my half-brother. I'm sure Mother would have no desire for such a bloody act. It's not like you to be so weak-spirited. Soon, many animals will disappear from the face of the earth. They will desperately fight for themselves and for their families. They believe that if I gain the throne, those things that have been lost will not have been in vain. However, I do not want the throne. I just want to see what I am capable of. I am sacrificing everyone's anima for so selfish a motive. How appropriate, coming from a man with no anima, eh? Get one thing straight, Gustave. No matter what you may be thinking, I don't want you to ever utter such words in front of our men. You understand? So, this is where you were. Is the landing proceeding as planned, General? Yes, there are no problems. The landing has been a success, and now I would like to send messengers out to each region. I would like them to spread the word that the rightful heir, the son born to Gustave XII and Queen Sophie, has returned home. I'm not the rightful heir, General. I'm just a good-for-nothing. Sir Gustave, it is important to make apparent the purpose of this battle. If the people here believe that we are invaders from the southern continent, they will desperately fight against us. In contrast, if they know this is an internal conflict of the Finney royal family, they will not care who wins. They will simply yield to the victor. Therefore, from a strategic point of view, we have to portray this as a battle of Gustave against Gustave. All right, General. I'll leave that aspect up to you. So please, confer with Kelvin and make your decisions. General, what do you think? Gustave is usually very cool and sharp, but when it comes to himself his judgment begins to fail and he becomes quite careless. Sir Kelvin, are you proud of your blood? Of course. I'm proud that I was born in the House of Jade, and I will undertake any duty given by my house with pleasure. Sir Gustave curses his own blood. He not only brings grief upon himself, but to those around him. That is what he fears most. He feels that others look down upon him because he is ungifted. He harbours resentment because of this. On the other hand, he has a positive spirit. He wants to see what he can do with his own abilities. He has confidence in himself. Your insight into Gustave is quite impressive. It is merely second-hand knowledge gained from Master Claimer. I believe my job is to contain Sir Gustave's dark side. Your presence is crucial as well, Kelvin. Indeed. There is much work ahead of us. Anyway, we should be concerned about winning this battle for now. This is obviously for Gustave's sake, and also for our own. Battle of Bucket Hill. Successfully landing at the Lordless Land, Gustave proceeds east and crosses the Anath River. The King of Finney, Gustave XIV, gathers his vassal lords and advances southward. Gustave's army blockades Zal Peak and begins the confrontation. The royal army forms a separate force under Cantor's command to take advantage of their own superior numbers and moves to attack Gustave's army from behind. Noticing this movement, Gustave's army draws back and camouflages itself on Zal Peak. With fortune on their side, they regroup with the newly arrived reinforcements under the Count of Jade's command. They initiate an attack on Cantal's separate force. Cantal avoids battle and withdraws. He stands by and observes the rest of the battle. The royal army finally notices that Gustave's army has retreated from Zal Peak and begins to move in for an attack. Gustave's army also moves to intercept. The two armies collide at Bucket Hill, near the ruins of Han. Gustave's Day of Destiny is about to begin. I haven't done this in so long. I want a nibble stand to go first. Nice if I could set up their moves before the battle. No, can't have that. Absolutely nothing I can do. Oh, goody. I didn't think it'll still be there. Just super. Oh, and there's that too. Of course there is. Well, I've lost this. Annoying. Huh. He's right there, isn't he? This one gone. Of course you deflect. Just freaking hell. My side should really go first. Of course they don't, because this is stupid. Just let me set up the troops before the battle. No. One thing I hate about this. I might actually lose this. I mean the whole war completely, not just this battle. Why don't you just defend? The right choice was made. You're dead. Mage. Oh, I can't win this. Kill that mage. Die. Oh, you are not in a good position now. Hello, half-brother. It's not a good day to be you. That worked itself out. I believe this is the first time we meet face to face, Your Majesty. Depending on the outcome, it would have been just as easy for me to be in your current predicament. It appears that I was just a bit luckier than you. What is wrong? You have too much pride to speak to a good-for-nothing like me? Calvin, General, I'll leave the rest up to you. Farewell, Your Majesty. You good for nothing! Good for nothing! Is the tax collection for this year already complete? All of the taxes, with one exception, have been carried into the castle even. Seems the taxes from Otto are still unpaid. Yes, the Marquis of Otto has given many reasons for postponing payment of taxes this year. He was probably preparing for some anticipated change in the state of affairs. He is a very shrewd man. We must keep a sharp eye on him. Your Lordship, the Marquis of Otto has arrived and is requesting an audience. Mary, show her through to this room. We will leave you two alone, Your Lordship. No, that won't be necessary. She announced herself as the Marquis of Otto. We should consider her to be an emissary of Otto. I am Mary, wife of the Marquis of Otto. I'm delighted to meet you, dear brother. Delighted to meet me? That's rather a strange way for brother and sister to greet. Yes, you are correct, yet I'm meeting you for the first time. It has been 20 years, dear brother. I know that we have much to talk about, but I assume that there is an important issue that brings you here today, Marquis. Yes, it is as you have guessed. My husband, Cantel, Marquis of Otto, requests permission to swear allegiance to your highness. I understand this must seem impertinent, but I too wish that you would grant us your understanding, dear brother. Allegiance or no, he is the husband of my sister, my brother-in-law. Tell him to be at ease, and to govern the Otto territory as he always has. Return this message to him. I'm very relieved to hear that. This will prevent any unnecessary spilling of blood, dear brother. I have many, many things that I wish to discuss with you, but I must ask your permission to leave for today. I would like to bring this wonderful news to Cantel as soon as possible. Cantel gave in pretty easily. It was quite unexpected. He probably fears the possibility of an alliance between Philip and I. Although torn apart, we are brothers by blood, you know. What's the matter, Calvin? She was the very image of her mother, Sophie. Yes, I agree. She takes after our dear mother. What am I saying at a time like this? Please excuse me. Now that Otto has come under our control, all that remains is the Marquis of Knoll. Philip will not come. He bears a strong resentment towards me. Since we have Otto on our side, Knoll will now be isolated. Putting personal issues aside, the Marquis of Knoll must come if he wishes to fulfill his duty to the people. Otherwise, he will be placing the people of Knoll in a state of danger. If worst comes to worst, we should ask Mary for special assistance. I don't mean that in a strange way. Don't get me wrong. The only strange one is you, Calvin. This is Philip's room. I've heard that he's continued to live here even after he succeeded the Marquis of Knoll. It's a well-lit room. That portrait, what a terrible thing. He always was a lonesome child, always following me around, calling out, "Brother, dear brother." He was also a crybaby, always stumbling around and bursting into tears. He probably didn't even understand the reason why he was separated from his mother. I always wondered how he endured the separation from his mother, the sadness of being alone at the mere age of 5. It's been 20 years since then. To overcome his sadness, he's transformed it into hatred towards me. Both Philip and Mary lost their beloved mother because of me. Because of me. Because I was born. Don't say such a thing, Gus. Don't say it. Madame Sophie will be saddened. And I too. Leslie, why do you cry? Because... it's because Madame Sophie gave birth to you, and many things happened, and that's why I stand here now. Back then I was really scared. I wanted to run away, but I hated the idea of running, so I gathered the courage to stay. That's why I stand here now. Back then, you were really, really frightening. Oh, what am I saying all this for? Thanks, Leslie. You're always there when I need you. You might feel so, but it's always hard on me to be around you, Gus. It feels like I'm always being swung around and dragged into the deep. Well, at least I won't ever have to deal with boredom. I apologise for having you come all the way down here, Mary. Not at all, dear brother. Besides, it is the first time in 20 years that our family is reuniting. I can feel my heart pounding with excitement. Dear Gustave, please, try not to fight with dear brother Philip. Of course. Kelvin, I would like to be left alone today. No, we're being pretty reserved as it is, to be honest. I feel that the security is rather lacking, with only the General and myself to protect you. You worry too much. For whom do you think I do this? Marquis Philip of Knoll has arrived. Is that you, Philip? Dear brother, please come closer. I have come to kill you today. Why you, Kelvin? Philip, I hear you are a skilled spellcaster, unlike me. Then you can still kill me standing from there, right? Please stop, Philip. I've been waiting 20 years for this day, hating you and hating you. Just thinking about the exact moment that I could lay my hands on you and kill you myself. But why? Why is it that I can feel our mother's anima within you? Why do I feel so nostalgic? Philip, Mary, before our mother's anima left on her journey, she told me to give you this message. I'm very sorry, Philip, Mary. Mother. 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 I want you to know that I haven't forgiven you. I'm doing it for the people of Knoll. I know, Philip. I have no intention of becoming the king of this country. As you are well aware, I have no right to the firebrand. What about you? After Mother left for Grugel, Father stopped treating Mary and I like his children. That was because another boy was born. Regardless, I will be this country's heir. The blood within me is the rightful blood of the heir. If you will excuse me also, I look forward to seeing you again. Yes, and please bring Cantor with you next time. Of course, we shall both come to visit. Mistress Mary left already? I wanted to speak to her. So Gus, did something good happen? It's written all over your face. Yes. For some reason my heart feels so refreshed. I haven't felt like this in a long time. I hope it always stays like that, Sir Gus. Always. A new city under construction. Allow me to introduce myself to everyone. I am one of the project members of the new city construction team. My name? No, that is not important. I'm not significant enough to name. The construction of the palace and commons is practically complete. The second phase of urban development is about to commence. Today I was summoned to explain that phase to Lord Gustave. It's like a dream for me to be able to gain an audience with His Majesty. I'm very nervous. I'm worried that I might disrespect His Majesty. I've heard rumours that Lord Gustave can be very merciless. My wife and I cried together last evening. We may not see each other again. Oh, I hear footsteps approaching. Why is he running? My final hour has arrived. Farewell, everyone. Farewell. I've kept you waiting. Now, begin your explanation. Yes. It's rather crude, but using a doll of myself, allow me to explain. Okay. The sections already completed are the palace and the commons. Using these as the centre, the urban area will be built in an arc around it. Okay. The urban area will be split into 3 large sections, divided by these roads, radiating outward. Okay. Each district of the city will have its own separate function, and hence, I believe, will raise efficiency. Okay. So then, what type of district would you build here? Yes, here. Ooh, I can't remember the orders to put them in. Oh well, not important. The blacksmith district. Yes, that's good. What type of district will you place here? Yes, here. The shopping area. Yes, that's good too. So then, what type of district will you place here? The entertainment district. Wait a minute. What is the need for an entertainment district? You can't consider a city a capital without an entertainment district. Maybe you're right. I understand well. Proceed with that plan. Let's do our best to make a better city. Yes. Phew. I'm relieved. I'm so exhausted I can't stand up. But I'm glad I even obtained Lord Gustave's approval. On top of that, I was given words of encouragement. I must return home and boast to my wife. So, how are things going? Well, the mining is going smoothly, but with the Marquis of Otto in charge now, the quotas are too demanding. That is why we've asked you to come once again. Aren't we a little close to the underground reservoir here? Yes, it would actually be better to dig more towards the monster's lair. I sense something bad. Again? Give me a break already. I'm not kidding. Hurry up and get out of here. This is bad. The ceiling could come down at any moment. It might only hold for another 10 minutes at most. No one here? Good. cracks are spreading into the walls. There isn't much time before the tunnel collapses. Get the thing. Took entirely too long. It's already taken me 4 or 5 minutes to get this far. I have to hurry. Hey, pull yourself together. Hey. Oh. What was I? You brought me back. Thank you. Now let's get out of here. Damn it, I'm taking too much time. The entrance is blocked, it's over. I'll be fine. It's safest to be under something when there's an earthquake. It's safer outside. Really? It's safer? Then I'll do that. I'm saved. The tremors have begun to settle. I think it's okay now. Oh, you're safe too. I'm glad. Please take this as a reward. Son of a gun. I'm alive. This is my treasure. I'll give it to you. Take good care of it. Gem was definitely worth it. I think I could have saved a few more people. Yeah, I definitely missed one. Thermos, 1250. Since Gustav has moved to the currently under construction Hanover, Thermos Castle is left in the hands of Philip. Yet, since Philip has not yet undergone the firebrand ceremony, he is a king, but not a real king. Oh, I can't stand it. The old man is starting to mumble again. I wonder what he's going to blather on about today. How darn long must we wait until we get a new king? Oh, but we already have Sir Philip. He is a splendid lord. He's not what you call a real king. Whoa, old man. You're speaking too loudly. Well, I've been a loudmouth from birth. He who cannot even handle the firebrand is no king of the royal Finney kingdom. I've heard news that Lord Philip will soon be attempting the firebrand ceremony soon. What was that? He'll be burned to death. A castle tenant told me that they are preparing for the ceremony, since his lord said no one will know for sure. No one will know for sure if he is fit or not until he attempts the firebrand. Ugh. When I was a young lad, there was a rogue that tried to steal the firebrand. But this rogue was burnt to death by the power of the firebrand, and not even its ashes were left behind. An anima that has not been initiated will run out of control and be consumed by the flames. The more powerful the anima, the harder it will be to control the firebrand. That is why the royal family conducts a ceremony on their heirs while they're still young, when their anima is still weak. Wah! Philip, I'm coming in. So, you've come all the way down from Hanover to ridicule me, have you? Dear brother Philip, how are your wounds? It's no use trying to deceive him. It was a reckless challenge. I haven't been so debased as to be spoken to like that by a good-for-nothing like you. The only thing that the nobles and the people want is a perfect king who is blessed by the firebrand. A king is necessary for the stability of the Finny kingdom. A rambler like you, living as you please, will never understand. But those born to royal blood have obligations to keep. I only intend to fulfill them. Mary, I reckon that Philip has a son. Yes, dear brother, the very adorable Philip too. I believe he has just turned 2 years old. Philip, just wait 5 more years. By then your son will be old enough to attempt the firebrand ceremony. Thermos, 12:55. Well done, Philip. Now you are the King of Finny. I am still too young for the throne, Father. You will have to do it. It's all right. Uncle Gustave will help you. Of course, so will I. Yes, I will do my best. Die! What are you doing? Who sent you? Who ordered this? What happened? Philip, what's wrong? What are you saying, Master Gustave? It was under your orders. Nonsense. I want the truth. No, Philip. Your animal will be consumed. Ugh. Philip. Why? Why did this have to happen? Someone... anyone... tell me! Yeah, I think I'll stop here for now. It's only been an hour, but I had compared to what I did earlier on. That's still good enough. I'll be back again tomorrow with a faith fiasco, I suppose.